Well, good morning. Wednesday, December 23rd, 2020. Pastor Greg here, Faith Lutheran Church, Harvey, North Dakota. Glad to be with you this morning. This is my weekly check-in. It's Christmas week, and it's an exciting time. Lots is going on, keeping things busy. We always are. It's always a crazy time of year, no matter what. And whatever happens, it's always a crazy time of year, and this time is probably even a little crazier, trying to determine how and what we do. So, that being said, I'm glad. Like I said, you're glad you're here joining me for a few minutes. We are sitting here on a cold day. For those of you who occasionally watch these things from a little warmer climates, we're 0 today. The wind is blowing well into the 20s and gusting into the 40s and so forth. And so we're seeing wind chill values that are the coldest of the season so far. So it's nice to be in my nice warm office here where there's plenty of light and chatting with you. But I guess it would be great if I had a fireplace going or something, No, I don't think it's in the budget. That's okay. In any case, I thought I would just catch up with you on what's going on with worship services this week. So Thursday evening, 5:30, Christmas Eve service. First of all, if you're not feeling well, if you are an at-risk person, if you are uncomfortable in a group of any size, over 15 or 20 people, or 30, then I would recommend stay home and watch our Christmas Eve service on our YouTube channel, just to be safe, because we've added seats. We're running at 50% capacity of worship. We have available roughly 100 to 120 places. Now we could put a few more people in. And I know that I think we'll be fine there. I don't anticipate a large gathering of people and much bigger than that. So we're glad to be able to do that. We do want you to wear masks. Now, I've had a couple moms ask me if their children needed to wear a mask. Well, that's up to you. I'm not gonna. I don't want to make Christmas Eve worship a disaster for children and parents because the child doesn't want to keep a mask on. That's not the point. We still want you to sanitize, wash your hands, and distance by family groups. So if you're a family group or you're hanging out together, you can sit together and we can make arrangements to even get more than the few chairs available in large groups that evening. But I just ask that you listen to the ushers as far as where you can sit. Also, we are doing communion. We're using individual cups, and we did that on Sunday. So that's where we are with that, and that's how we'll do it on Christmas Eve. We're going to move back to our regular communion the following Sunday, doing it the way we were doing it prior to the governor's shutdown of a month and a half ago or whatever it was. In any case, that's what we're going to do. Then also on Christmas Eve, we're going to attempt to do a candle lighting ceremony service where we will light our candles as we leave the church. And then if it's not too windy out, we'll stand outside and we'll sing Silent Night. And you're welcome to stay and join us, or you're welcome to just head right on home. It's really up to you. So that's where we are. And of course, the children are going to tell the story. Well, we'll have someone reading the story, and the children will act that story out for us as we go through it, and then the short message. So it shouldn't be that long of a worship service. So join us either in person or online, and we'd like to see you. And just praise the Lord that our God is a great God that sent His Son in the form of a little baby to save us all. So that's where we are. Then the following Sunday the 27th, we will do a carol and lesson service. So we'll sing Christmas carols. We will have the lessons for the day, and then we'll do all those things we do, and then we'll go on our way. It should be a fun time. Should be a wonderful service. I always enjoy those types of service. So look forward to seeing you then on Sunday as well. So join us. Then I go on vacation the following day, and I'll be gone for a week. And then Kevin Roller will be filling in early December, early January in the new year. So we look forward. I always look forward to hearing what Kevin has to say. So join him. Well, that's where we are. I think that pastors are doing their best to provide a Christmas event that's meaningful and helpful for everyone. But I just want us to all to remember that no matter what path that looks like, that you praise the birth of our Savior. It doesn't matter if nothing works out perfectly, if we aren't able to do this or that, or if we have to cut things short or whatever. Don't fret about those things, because the Christ child has come. That's a given. We know that, and we know that Jesus will eventually return, and that's another thing to look forward to. And all of this stuff around us that's going on, all of the decisions that are being made, don't matter about those two things. So just hang out and go with the flow. All right, so that's kind of what I wanted to touch on. And then lesson-wise, I don't really have a whole lot formulated yet. I'm doing an Advent service this evening. You're welcome to join me. I've already sent the link out on our email. Also, I sent the link out, put the link on our Facebook page. If you need a separate link, let me know, and I'll send it to you. I can text it to you. I can email it to you. I can do lots of different things. So let me know. So the lessons for Christmas and the following Sunday come from Luke. And we're just tracking the birth of Christ. And then what's interesting, and we know that story, I think. I hope you do anyway. The idea that the Christ child was born, and they're born through a couple that really, they were in the, Joseph was in the right line, Mary was a virgin. They weren't married yet. So that you know that story. You know the importance of all of that happening. And then next Sunday on the following Sunday we talk about Jesus being presented in the temple. And I'm always taken aback by this little text where we have Simeon, and Simeon sees the child, and the Spirit comes upon him. And Simeon's old, and he's elated and glad of the things that he sees, and now he knows that he can go home. O Lord, now let your letting your servant depart in peace according to your words, for my eyes have seen your salvation, that you have prepared the presence of all peoples, a light for a revelation to the Gentiles, and for the glory to your people Israel. What a beautiful, and that's actually part of our liturgy when we use a traditional liturgy. So, but Simeon recognizes who the child is, and Anna, who's there as well, kind of a character that we don't know a lot about, is there as well. And so these things are happening, and they're really focusing, and they're identifying who the Christ child is in all of the things that are going on in the world. It wasn't a perfect world back then. It wasn't all calm and peace. It wasn't perfect. And it's not perfect now. But what is perfect is the promise of a little child, and the promise of the children and the child coming, and then those who identify who that child is. And then we're not that far away, believe it or not, from Lent. We'll investigate the final days of that little child until he's resurrected. And that's the story right there. So that's where we are, and I don't have a whole lot more. I guess I should say a little bit something about Steve and Pastor, who've been doing these videos. If you haven't seen a Steve and Pastor video, go to our YouTube channel, take a look at it. Judy plays Steve, is the puppeteer. and she does a great job, and we've been having a lot of fun and doing them. And those are one takes. In other words, we start and we stop. There's not a whole lot of scripting. There's some ideas of what we want to talk about, and then we just start and stop. And so you get it unedited, uncut, in its raw, imperfect version. And that's what we wanted. But Steve and Pastor have been talking about the great time of year that this is, and the gladness that comes with it, of the tiny child that's born to come and save us after our waiting for so long. So that's what I've got, and I'm going to get off here and this week just pray for everybody. You all have your own lists. We keep hearing more and more people with cancer. We hear more and more people with COVID. More and more people with all of these things. But these are all things of this world, and pray for them. Pray for their healing. Pray for their comfort. Pray for their salvation. Yeah, that's important too. So that's what I got to say today. I'm gonna just go ahead, and I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas wherever you are, wherever you go. And I look forward to seeing you the next time we can. And blessings to you all, and do as I always say, take care.